When we classify animals on the basis of their food habit, we classify them basically into three categories. Herbivorous, that is the plant-eating animals like goat, cow, buffaloes, etc. The carnivorous, that is the flesh-eating animals, that is lions, tigers. Whereas the omnivorous, like us, both plant and flesh-eating animals. There are three different types of animals on the basis of their food habit: herbivorous, carnivorous, and the omnivorous. Let us study about nutrition in case of amoeba. Amoeba undergoes holozoic method of nutrition. Holozoic method means it is going to consume the wholesome food, undergoes the change in the complex food into the simpler one, that is digestion, and undigested mass will be thrown out of the body. In fact, we have a specific name of process of nutrition in case of amoeba, and that is what we call it as phagocytosis. Various processes that are involved in the process of nutrition in amoeba, that is in phagocytosis, are ingestion, then digestion, then absorption, assimilation, and lastly, throwing away the waste products, that is the egestion. Let us discuss about each of them in slightly detailed manner. The first of all, the ingestion, the process of taking in food. But in case of amoeba, that is being done by temporary finger-like structures. What we call it as pseudopodia. Pseudo means not existing in reality, but it's an imaginary thing. And podia, that means it comes from the word poda, means the limbs, that is hands and legs. We have limbs, but amoeba, being seen unicellular living organism, does not have such limbs and anything. And because of that reason, see, I'm showing you in the second figure that it has developed some finger-like structures, what we call it as the pseudopodia. And using this pseudopodia, it gets hold of that particular food particle and forms a food vacuole, that is the formation of food vacuole, so that lysosomes, the digestive enzymes, can digest that particular food particle. Let us see a video, a real microscopic video of the process of ingestion in case of amoeba. Here, this is amoeba and a paramoecium is coming down nearby amoeba. Let us see some finger-like structures, some expanded regions of the body of amoeba is being observed. Those are the pseudopodia. And within short span of time, you will see that this paramoecium would be entrapped into the vacuole that is being created by the pseudopodia. Observe very closely that how these pseudopodia, from both the sides, how these pseudopodia are entrapping that microscopic paramoecium. See, slowly and gradually getting hold of that paramoecium. Now, slowly and gradually, both the pseudopodia are going to unite together to form a food vacuole. This is real-time video of a microscopic that has been downloaded from YouTube, obviously, but then also you can understand the formation of food vacuole very easily by looking at this particular video. See, now that is the end time of that particular paramoecium, and see, now almost gone. So, amoeba will have its feast within some time at the cost of paramoecium, obviously. That is nature's rule. See how the food vacuole is being created, and that paramoecium is entrapped in that particular food vacuole. What would be the next stage? Digestion, obviously. The food is digested in the food vacuole. And who digests that? Obviously, the enzymes present in the lysosomes are responsible for that particular digestion process. Absorption is the next stage where the digested food is absorbed directly into the cytoplasm by the process of diffusion. Next is assimilation, the part of the food which is absorbed by the cell. Now what happens that the food is absorbed and the energy, it has to be converted into energy form, isn't it, through the process of respiration. So that absorbed food is, the digested food is absorbed in the cell to obtain that energy. Remaining part of the which is not used in converting energy, that is being used for the growth of amoeba. By assimilation, what happens? Amoeba grows in size and obviously undergoes the process of reproduction. And last process, that is the egestion process. The undigested food which remains in the food vacuole is thrown out of the body by rupturing the cell membrane. Look at this animated video from mokami.com, and it explains the animated form of the mode of nutrition in case of such beautifully created amoeba. This video also has been downloaded from YouTube, and as explained over here, see, the food particle is approaching. In fact, the amoeba approaches towards food particle in reality, and the food vacuole is created by the pseudopodia. That food vacuole will be acted upon by the enzymes of lysosomes, that is the digestive enzymes. So now food particles break and energy will be released, and it will become an integral part of that cytoplasm. So cytoplasm absorbs the food particles. Now the undigested mass, what happens to them? See, thrown out of the body, that is egestion takes place. So now amoeba has finished its lunch and the dinner. That is how the process of nutrition takes place in amoeba. In the same way, let us try to understand the mode of nutrition in case of paramecium. Let us see a video and you will identify that how paramecium, this is highly magnified video, and over here you can see that there is a mouth, what we call it as an oral groove, and that mouth, the process of it forms a food vacuole over here. And that food vacuole sweeps food particles inside the paramecium. As soon as at the end of the food growth, the current is caused, and that sweeping wave in the cilia, just surrounding that particular particles, as you can see, some hair-like structures are observed on the body of paramecium, and that hair-like structure helps to bring in the food inside the body of the paramecium. As soon as a food vacuole is being completed, filled, then the beginning of the new food vacuole will take place. See, it is shown in a highly magnified form. This is completely filled and a newly formed food vacuole. And the remaining processes that takes place exactly like in amoeba, and the process of same assimilation and egestion also will take place in case of paramecium.